Hi, let me tell you today's tale. Once upon a time in a big, blue ocean, there was a little fish named Finn. He was a bright, shiny fish with scales that sparkled like the stars in the night sky. Finn lived in a cozy little coral reef with his family and friends. He was the smallest fish in the reef, but he had the biggest heart. Finn had a special friend who lived next door to him, and his name was Octo. Octo was an octopus, and he had 8 long, wiggly arms. His arms were always busy doing something, like rearranging his collection of colorful seashells or tickling the tiny sea creatures that lived around his cozy den. Finn and Octo were the best of friends, even though they were very different. Finn loved to swim around the coral reef, exploring new places and making new friends. Octo, on the other hand, preferred to stay close to his den and watch the world go by. Despite their differences, they always found a way to have fun together. One sunny morning, Finn swam over to Octo's den to visit his friend. He found Octo busy rearranging his seashells. "Hi, Octo. What are you doing today?" Finn asked, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. Finn nodded eagerly, and Octo showed him his collection. There were shells of all colors and shapes, from tiny ones the size of pebbles to huge ones as big as a fish's fin. Finn was amazed and said, "Wow, Octo, these are amazing. You have so many cool treasures." Octo beamed with pride. "Thanks, Finn. I love collecting these seashells. Each one is special in its own way." Finn thought for a moment and said, "You know, Octo, I think we should go on an adventure together today. Let's explore the big, wide ocean and see what treasures we can find." Octo hesitated for a moment, but then his eyes lit up with excitement. "That sounds like a lot of fun, Finn. Let's do it." And so, Finn and Octo set out on their grand adventure. They swam through the coral reef, encountering all sorts of colorful fish and playful dolphins along the way. They even spotted a majestic sea turtle gliding gracefully through the water. Finn and Octo were in awe of the beauty of the ocean. As they ventured farther from their cozy reef, they discovered a mysterious underwater cave. The entrance was covered in colorful seaweed, and it looked like a hidden treasure trove waiting to be explored. Finn said, "Let's check out this cave, Octo. Maybe we'll find even more amazing seashells." Octo was a bit nervous about going into the dark cave, but he trusted his friend. Together, they entered the cave, and to their amazement, they found not only seashells, but also glittering pearls and shining gemstones. They filled their pockets with these treasures, feeling like real explorers. But suddenly, the cave began to rumble, and they heard a deep, echoing growl. It was a giant, slumbering sea dragon, and they had accidentally awakened it with their excitement. The sea dragon slowly stirred and looked at them with one eye open. Finn and Octo were terrified, but Finn had a clever idea. He swam up to the sea dragon's eye and said, "Oh, mighty sea dragon, we didn't mean to wake you. We were just exploring, and we'll leave your cave right now." The sea dragon blinked at Finn and then let out a deep chuckle. "You little ones have nothing to fear. I was just having a nap, and you woke me up. But you have been polite, and I appreciate that. You may take some of the treasures from my cave as a reward for your manners." Finn and Octo were relieved and thanked the sea dragon profusely. They gathered more treasures and said their goodbyes, promising to visit the dragon again someday. As they left the cave, Finn and Octo couldn't believe their luck. They had not only found amazing treasures, but had also made a friend in a sea dragon. They swam back to their cozy coral reef, their hearts full of joy and their pockets full of treasures. They shared their adventure with their family and friends, and everyone was amazed by their bravery and the beautiful treasures they had found. From that day on, Finn and Octo's friendship grew stronger, and they continued to go on many more underwater adventures together, exploring the wonders of the big, blue ocean and making new friends along the way. One day, as Finn and Octo swam near the edge of the coral reef, they noticed a group of sea creatures in distress. A family of seahorses was caught in a tangle of discarded fishing nets that had been drifting in the water. Finn and Octo knew they had to help. Without hesitation, they swam towards the seahorses, with Finn guiding Octo on how to use his 8 arms to carefully untangle the nets. It was a challenging task, but they worked together, and slowly but surely, they freed the seahorses from their dangerous predicament. The seahorses were overjoyed and expressed their gratitude. They even offered to give Finn and Octo rides on their backs as a token of their appreciation. The little fish and the octopus happily accepted, riding on the seahorses' backs, laughing and playing together as they explored new parts of the ocean. Their act of kindness didn't go unnoticed. Word spread quickly among the sea creatures about the heroic rescue of the seahorse family by Finn and Octo. Soon, many other sea creatures sought their help when they were in trouble. Finn and Octo became known as the heroes of the ocean, always ready to lend a hand, or in Octo's case, 8 arms. One day, they received a special visit from a wise old sea turtle named Tessa. She had heard about their adventures and wanted to share her knowledge and wisdom with them. Tessa taught them about the secrets of the ocean, the ancient songs of the whales, and the importance of taking care of their underwater home. Finn and Octo listened carefully to Tessa's stories, and they promised to be good stewards of the ocean, protecting it from harm and spreading kindness to all its inhabitants. Tessa gave them a special gift, a magical conch shell that, when blown, would call all sea creatures in need of help. From that day forward, Finn and Octo continued their adventures, but now they did so with an even greater purpose. They used the magical conch shell to gather their friends and help any sea creature in trouble, whether it was a lost sea turtle, a scared baby shark, or a sad clownfish. They truly became the guardians of the ocean, working together to make their underwater world a safer and happier place for all. As the years went by, Finn and Octo grew older, but their friendship remained as strong as ever. They continued to explore the ocean, learn from its wonders, and protect its beauty. The little fish and the octopus had discovered that true friendship, kindness, and teamwork could create the most extraordinary adventures, and they lived happily and contentedly in their cozy coral reef, where their story became a legend told. And so, in the heart of the vast ocean, Finn and Octo's adventures continued, guided by the magic of their friendship and the wisdom of Tessa the sea turtle. They found that the ocean was not just a place of beauty but a world full of love, friendship, and endless possibilities. One sunny morning, Finn woke up with a twinkle in his eye. He swam over to Octo's den, eager to share his latest idea. "Octo," he exclaimed, "I've heard tales of a hidden underwater city deep in the ocean. They say it's a magical place with sparkling treasures and friendly sea creatures. What do you think? Should we go on a quest to find it?" Octo's eyes widened with excitement. He put down the seashell he was admiring and said, "Finn, that sounds like the most amazing adventure ever. I've always wanted to explore the mysteries of the deep sea. Let's do it." With their spirits high and their hearts full of curiosity, Finn and Octo set off on their new quest. They journeyed beyond the familiar waters of their coral reef, heading into the deeper, darker parts of the ocean. Along the way, they encountered bioluminescent creatures that lit up the dark waters with their enchanting glow. It was like swimming through a sea of stars. After days of exploration, they reached a mysterious underwater chasm. It was a breathtaking sight, with towering coral formations and a shimmering curtain of tiny fish that seemed to welcome them to this unknown realm. The underwater city, known as Aquaria, was said to be hidden somewhere within this chasm. As Finn and Octo swam deeper into the chasm, they spotted a friendly school of angelfish. These kind fish shared tales of Aquaria and told the duo about the challenges they might face in their quest. They warned them about the currents that could sweep them away, the giant squids that guarded the city, and the riddles they would have to solve to enter. Undeterred, Finn and Octo pressed on, using their wit and teamwork to overcome each obstacle. They braved the treacherous currents by holding onto each other's fins and made friends with a wise old sea turtle who shared her knowledge of the deep sea. They even outwitted the giant squids with clever tricks and kind words. At long last, they reached the hidden entrance to Aquaria, but it was guarded by a massive clam. This clam was no ordinary clam. It had the power to open its shell only to those who answered its riddle correctly. Finn and Octo put their heads together, thought hard, and finally solved the riddle. With the clam's shell opening wide, they swam into Aquaria and were greeted by the most incredible sight. The city was like something out of a dream, with buildings made of colorful coral, schools of neon fish, and magical treasures that sparkled like the stars. As a sign of their friendship, the sea creatures of Aquaria allowed Finn and Octo to take a small piece of the pearl with them. They knew that these two friends would continue to spread kindness, wonder, and adventure throughout the ocean. With their newfound knowledge and the precious pearl fragment, Finn and Octo swam back to their cozy coral reef, where their friends eagerly awaited their return. They shared their tales of the deep sea and the treasures they had discovered, and their fellow sea creatures were inspired by their courage and kindness. Finn and Octo's adventures continued, for the ocean was an endless source of wonder, and they had so much left to explore and discover together. They knew that as long as they had each other and their friends by their side, the ocean would always be a place of excitement, friendship, and enchantment. And so, in the heart of the vast ocean, Finn and Octo's adventures continued, guided by their insatiable curiosity and the deep bonds of their friendship. They learned that the ocean was a world filled with surprises and secrets waiting to be uncovered. And they were ready to face each new challenge with the joy and courage that defined their remarkable journey.